Yes, yes, yes,
We're
yes,
taking
yes.
it easy, Charlie.
Charlie,
When it's Friday like this, there's a bit of happiness in there.
yes, yes,
Because you know
yes.
at least you're going to get a little break. Just a
But
little break.
Kwame, it is not break like that.
I tell you. I mean, these days, is there even a weekend?
Eh? Full of activities. Ubi worry.
The number of
Somebody,
activities I have to attend to tomorrow,
eh?
I don't even know which one to
If you
miss.
don't go to Maka,
Eh? I don't even know which one to miss and which one to go. But we'll find a way.
interestingly,
We'll find a way.
you would have thought that okay, maybe this program they I won't go, but maybe my envelope will go. The person will tell you that no. It's not about the envelope.
It's about your presence.
Exactly.
And that's where it becomes even tighter.
Yeah.
Especially depending on the kind of relationship you have with the person.
Exactly.
There are some of them you can find a nice excuse and then but there are some too Charlie.
So Kwame, you are admitting on this set that you've been giving excuses sometimes.
That one I won't lie about it.
Hey,
Charlie, there are some of them, man. And you know the worst one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you live at Kaswa. No, Kaswa is even that one. You are starting from the end. Let's say you live around the center. So let's say Achimota, La Paz, Kwashiman, thereabouts. And then the first program you have to attend. Normally the first programs are like the outdooring and naming ceremonies and stuff. Those ones are a bit early in the morning. That one is like 7:30.
Yes.
And the first program is Satema. Meanwhile, you live at that with your Santa Maria. Then the second program, maybe that one is a funeral or something. That one is a Kaswa.
Hey.
Then the third program, which is like maybe like a wedding or something, that one is a Sakumon. So you wake up, you go to the first program. You have to come back to Kaswa for the second program. Go back to Sakumono for the third program. And then maybe the last program is around Dansuman or something. Charlie. By the time you are getting towards the last program, you're already bent out.
I tell you.
So gone are the days where when you don't have a car, then it becomes a headache because you cannot be carrying the clothing.
No.
So on a regular Saturday, and in my case, I still have to come to work on Saturday because I have a program from 10 to 12.
Yeah.
My car is like a wardrobe. On a regular Saturday, even today, there is everything in my car, just in case. Her bomb up. I just need to find somewhere to change.
Charlie.
And normally I would go to, probably you can't change at the office or something. So you look for maybe the nearest hotel or something like that, and then you just dash the washroom, quickly change.
You've been trying, let people tell you how they change. People change in their cars.
Oh yeah, I mean depending on the kind of clothing, you can change in your car. Yeah. I mean I've been changing sometimes even at the car park, especially on Saturdays. I change at the car park.
That's all.
Hey, Charlie. The ladies who have to go and hide.
That's for our ladies, yeah.
Go and do first coat, second coat, third coat, and polish their faces and all that.
I tell you.
We'll find that way.
Charlie. I mean, it's an African thing too. You know, I mean, you don't see these things really with the Oyibo, the white man. If it is 1-1, okay, baby.
One. They won't do 4.
I tell you. And
the one is
everything.
The one is the person like that they are very, very close.
Yeah.
So that one, they don't even mind that they would have to buy a plane ticket and come for your wedding. They don't mind. But they don't do 4 and 5.
No, Kwame, I know dear.
Oh my crap.
Oh, David.
Oh my. So you even worry yourself to even invite some people for them to show up at your program. And even if they don't come, you won't cry about it.
Exactly. Because you understand yourself. You yourself, you're also part of the system and you understand that, Charlie,
so that's why they do a wedding and there's only 30 people who
I tell you,
50. And those 50 people, they are conk that about 48 to show up. Here we invite 4,000.
I tell you, Kwame.
The invitation cards are like 4,000. You are inviting the whole Accra.
And this is and Kwame, interestingly, like you would go through and see that even the couple will not have the capacity to even take care of this.
Charlie, dog, that one there's another book. That one is another book.
Go for loans and stuff like that. Borrow from friends.
I went for a wedding, I think it was about 3 weeks ago. It was a Friday like this. One of my students was getting married. I was like, Friday wedding, 2 p.m. Why you don't want people to come and enjoy your refreshments or something? So Kwame pay problem. Problem, yeah. And even the one she did on a Friday, the crowd even scared me.
I tell you.
And I was like, if you had worried yourself to do some refreshing, walk rough.
But you see that, Kwame, I know somebody who did his wedding on a Wednesday. And Kwame, it became a very serious conversation.
There's nothing that says the wedding should be on Saturday.
It became a serious conversation Sunday. Because people thought that the either the girl or the bride or the groom had issues somewhere. There
are no issues.
He didn't want anybody.
They don't want the crowd. Period. There are no issues anywhere. There are no issues.
But would the people understand that this is Wednesday. This is who we are?
That is what we have.
This is what.
Yes. We have invited you. If you can come, come. If you can come, case that
on a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday.
That
time, of course. If you really want to come, you come. If you really want to come. This wedding that I attended on a Friday, it was Friday at 1 p.m. working hours. I was surprised at the numbers I saw there. Even she herself was surprised because she wasn't expecting that kind of numbers. You couldn't even get a place to park your car. The numbers that showed up, I was like, if people love you, they'll come. You can even do it on Monday. No wahala. No wahala. If they will come, they'll come. They'll find a way. God damn. Anyway, so let's get into our newspapers before we start thinking of the holiday mood. What do you have?
Anyway, Kwame, but before we come to the paper, I have this question. Maybe your listeners, before we finish the review, they can help us. Why is it that, in fact, they can help me, I don't understand. Why is it that when you are having your weddings and those beautiful moments, you see the invitation, strictly by invitation. Sometimes you see the invitation card, strictly by invitation, like you just said.
I see where you're going.
Why?
I see where you go. I mean, the spirit.
And then when it comes to funeral,
I knew it.
All are cordially invited.
This matter, I've seen a few people raise it on social media.
Your people, your listeners, and your viewers on Facebook. Please, I want answers. Okay. They should help me.
Let me try.
In fact, don't try. I beg you. I don't want you to help me. I want your listeners.
I want to try.
And your viewers. Kwame, when it is those beautiful moments that you have to let all of us come and enjoy with you.
There will even be bounces.
Yes.
There will even go a high bounces.
Strictly by invitation.
To stop people from coming to eat jollof.
But what is that sorrowful moment? There is a
all are cordially invited.
Please, I need answers. Please help me to understand.
In fact, to even do announcements on radio, TV,
I tell you,
social media, and my people will take it to another level. They do billboard and put it at Asqua Junction, and put one at Buakwa Junction, and put one at Ejuso, and possibly even put one at Konongo, and even add one at Tafu in addition. But the wedding, don't tell anybody.
Strictly by invitation.
Like the way.
Please, I want answers. Please help me to understand this whole phenomenon. I don't understand.
Like the way I got dribbled yesterday.
Kwame, we will get there.
Today,
I have a lot to say.
I'm telling you, auntie. That is the proper strictly by invitation. Auntie.
And you remember before him, there was a Dafiamepo.
That's right. This NDC MPs. We have to be very, very. Now, next time when we see them hanging around our sisters and our nephews and our nieces, we will watch them with two eyes.
I tell you,
we can't vote for you to go to parliament and enact laws and take care of our issues, and then before we know it, you are doing things over there.
I am getting very convinced at this moment
that there's even more.
I tell you, there could be more. There could be more because
there could be more.
No. There could be more. There could be more. I think that President Mahama should start, in fact, as part of the reshuffle, he should be bringing new ones.
That's right.
And realignment.
That's right.
Or reassignment.
That's right.
So that we can see
the trend.
They're back. When they are vetting them, we see. Because immediately I saw that and I said, hey, that particular seat.
When I saw the woman, of course, I know her. I've known her for years. So I was like, okay, maybe it's an MP coming to show love.
Yes.
Sena chairman the name.
Because Kwame, usually when they are conducting the vetting, that you see that person that sits just behind the appointee.
That's right. It's a very, very close family person.
Yes.
And most often, if it's a man, then it's wifey.
Yes.
If it's a woman too, then it's husband.
Husband.
So when I saw her, I was like, is it my eyes or I was like, well, let's see. Chairman has carried them. Chairman has carried
President
them.
Mahama, we beg you. Bring more appointments.
Bring more appointments.
So that we can hear.
I'm telling you, Chairman has carried them meter away.
Hey.
Majority leader, go and manage the majority. And say now you are. It's okay. It's okay.
I see.
It's okay.
Anyway,
and that is also another leader.
Yes.
That's why you go and organize a group. Then you went to organize
to whip them. In fact, he has whipped them.
he has whipped people.
The Honorable Dafiamekpo, we greet you this morning.
we are waiting for the shocker.
I tell you. Kwame, but which one will shock you?
Okay, the thing is, quite a number of them, I know their status, quite a number.
Okay.
So, unless maybe they have maybe divorce or something along the way, which I don't know. So that next time, maybe they may shock me. This parliament, you don't really have too many. No, but
Kwame, no, the phenomenon around. Is that it's either an MP and a government appointee, or MP to MP.
That's right.
Or government appointee to MP.
That's right.
Or government appointee and government appointee. That is
that one is the PEM. 22, 33, 40. That one is a PEM. Because in the last government, we saw a PEM. That one was a government appointee. You remember his name was Bisu.
Yes. And then, yes.
That one
was
a strong pen.
Government appointee and a minister.
And she was an MP as well.
No, so
at
this
that time
one,
she was MP for Equia.
Yes. So government appointee and an MP.
That one was a strong pen.
Yes.
Pen. So maybe now will be the moment we see any of them anyway.
Yes.
Go and work for us.
Or we can see party executive versus party executive.
That one too. We are hearing since. That one.
So we can see party green plus party blue.
That combination, we saw one.
Yes. You remember?
Chief Baini.
Chief Baini and
Efiaku.
Party green plus.
That one, I hear was opposition from day one. And see, Anche.
Party green versus
Boys
party
Kasa.
blue.
Boys Kasa. There was opposition from day one.
Hey. But as you are listening to us, if you know party green and party blue, please come to the comment section and let us know. And if you know,
especially if you have concrete evidence.
Yes.
You can even send a photo. We don't want speculation. You can even send a photo. We don't mind.
Yes.
Send a photo.
In fact, when you bring it, add evidence.
Yes. Don't come and just mention.
Don't come and speculate and say, I and
I saw them
I
saw them having lunch. No. We don't want that kind of evidence. We want proper evidence.
Have lunch.
Everybody can have lunch. We want proper evidence.
Exactly.
So if you've seen a irrigated kind of PEM combination
or a Dafiamekpo like,
that's right, a Dafiamekpo like kind of dribbling tactics,
exactly,
Messi like, Ronaldo like tactics. Please, you can add evidence.
Exactly.
We are waiting for the we are waiting for the evidence. We cannot be waking up early morning to come and discuss issues that people are doing PEMing. Single 23 25 Debbie. Which yes. That means now we to enter the market.
Yes.
We go and PEM.
Exactly.
We'll go and PEM. We'll go and PEM in in the markets. Ah.
But Kwame, I know your listeners and your viewers, they are very, very strong people. They will bring the evidence right away. You will be
My
here.
close on the day, you see evidence.
Yes. I know.
Go and enact laws for us and go
smart.
and represent your party. Then you are doing single 325.
Charlie.
Hey.
Charlie.
Best you are.
Anyway, so we'll be waiting for the feedback. Our listeners and viewers on Facebook and those listening to us at home, come on WhatsApp and bring the evidence and give us certain pairings we should be looking at.
Documentary. You can add your own pair. Maybe you have spotted. David says we are off the markets. David said that you are spoiling our markets. David said that you are spoiling our markets.
David, don't do that.
David, don't do that. You are spoiling our markets. We don't like that. You are spoiling our markets.
Oh my God. That's quite interesting, no? But Kwame is beautiful. I mean, it's quite interesting to see some of these things. And so we'll see how it goes from there. I know you'll be doing the birthdays later, but before we get into that, you know, it is Bobie's birthday today.
Oh, I see.
Commander Bobie answer. Commander Boham.
There's a penchant of his birthdays being either Friday or Saturday. Why was he born on 32nd August or something like that? It's always like a Friday or a Thursday or a Saturday, something like that.
It means that Yakupon Boni, correct? Commander Bobie answer. Commander Boham. Chief of the Airways, the afternoon shows, the political shows, the Obwa.
How old is Bobie today? I think it's about 67.
Is that a football age?
Even that one, we need to investigate that.
Kwame, if you are listening to us, please
give us the correct.
Give us the correct age.
Whether it's the football age or whether that one is a political show host age. As it been by Ache. They don't want to retire.
They don't want to retire.
They don't want to retire.
But we will tell you that me cry my bread, me pese me juma.
But the following day he will come.
I tell you, this job. The love of it, man. So happy birthday to him. I know you will celebrate him in a grand style, doing when you are doing the birthdays. But
one of the things I know my brother will not be happy. You know, Bobie and I are from the same hometown. We are all from Asante Mampong.
Oh, okay.
One of the things that I know Bobie will do today, Obeji Amam food.
Now, Kwame, that's what you want. That's what you want, Kwame. Because, Sally, because why you Juma?
You know that thing where you call, let's say you're calling to wish someone happy birthday, and then I don't know if you've experienced it these days. You call someone to wish the person a happy birthday. Jack the cracker and say. So now people don't even call again. They just send a text. Because the moment you call, you remember our bill. Dog, let's get into happy birthday. And then Friday, we have a lot to see.
Yes. Kwame. So happy birthday to Kwame Bobie Ansah, our senior colleague and senior brother. We wish him well. With good life, good health, and all that. And so, Kwame, let's start with the informal newspaper. It says nothing but the truth. And the front page of the paper on page 6, or inside page 6 of the paper, Ghana's growth faces fresh threat as World Bank flags high cost of doing business. So, that's in the informal newspaper. The OSP is back. Kisi Ejabeng declares rebirth, fires warning at critics, as he names 5 persons of interest in Berkum probe. That's why it's on page 4 and comes with a picture of William Kisi Ejabeng, the special prosecutor over there. Galamsey now youth employment. The Catholic bishops say so. Most Reverend Matthew Jemfi, President, Catholic Bishop, has his picture here. And the story is on page 5. I'm quite interested in this story. We may review it. So we warned BOG about gold bond losses. The story is on page 3. IMF reveals but central bank succumb to pressure of higher authority. CDD Ghana demands new law to rein in political party financing and campaign spending. That's why it's on page 2. It comes with a picture of the CDD consultant William Nyako over there. Vigilantism back in disguise. National security boss sounds alarm. That's why it's on page 2. I think that Kwame, this story has really featured virtually every day this week, and so I think that the duty bearers would want to look at it and make sure that we are safe. So the catalyst is also here, stirring change, sparking truth. And the front page of the paper, vigilantes will face full force of law. National Security Coordinator is speaking here. Yoko OSP clash over Santi Bekon bribery probe. That story is on page 9. Mama Yariga, Zenato Agyemang, Rollins vetted. And so the story is on page 6 and page 7 of the paper. Vigilantism law was an emotional response to Ayawaso West Wagon violence. Kandapa says so, comes with this picture. As the paper has attributed it to him. The story is on page 2 of the paper. GMTF Sweden Ghana Medical Center signed MOU to boost cancer care. That's why it's as well on page 8 of the paper. The Punch Africa Truth Stance is also here. Sami Jemfi Mark what? Okay. Urged to smoke peace pipe. That's on page 8 of the paper. Ghanaians must kick against political vigilantism. Dr. Julius Kwame. Look at how. Look, do you see what I see? See the name of the chief of staff.
Julius Deborah.
Punch Africa, we be steady. We beg you.
The
editor should be watching some of this.
The editor had gone for lunch.
So the story,
and it's also on the front page. Can you imagine?
This is not good. It's not good for the paper. So please watch some of these things before you come to town. And so page 8 of this paper has that story where Julius Deborah, the chief of staff, is speaking to Ghanaians about political vigilantism. All right, so ministerial reshuffle, Rashid Pelpo, Brigadier Jemfi reassigned. Okay, that's why it's on page 8. So no NIA details, no salary. So this is coming from the Controller and Accountant General Departments. So people should watch it. National Security warns vigilante groups against rebranding. The story is on page 7 of the paper over there. I have the Ghanaian Point. The Ghanaian Point, accurate, firm, and reliable, is also here. New airport complex to ease congestion, improve traffic flow. This is coming from President Mahama. The story is on page 2. You called it court packing under Akufo-Addo. What has changed? Afenyo Makin slams NDC government over new Supreme Court justices. Okay, so 1.7 billion United States dollars DGPP loss. IEA says figure is largely accounting. The story is on page 3 of the paper. Ahiafo reject minorities' objection to Supreme Court nominees vetting as flimsy, hollow. Comes with a picture of the first Deputy Speaker of the Parliament of the Republic of Ghana. The story is on page 5 of the paper. NDC cannot deliver even 1 hour of promise 24-hour economy. That's it. Hey, Chema John Bodu is saying so. Hey, Chema, this is your father in the
She'd move do
that NDC cannot deliver even 1 hour of promised 24-hour economy.
24 hours, they look at
that. This caption is so interesting. The story is on page 6 of the paper, so you want to grab a copy of the Ghanaian Point this morning. Finally, Kwame, I have the Inquisitor with me, redefining objectivity. It's here. Regulating forensic science. Ghana getting late. Expect caution and call for national lab. So that is it. Julius Deborah wants tougher action against vigilantism. Over here, Ayariga praises Afenyo Makin as man of integrity, forthright. Okay. 1.7 billion loss is accounting issue, not gold board loss. IEA says so. All right, so Kwame, that is it.
Okay, so
for what I
let me
have.
let me do a few from the other papers I have this morning as well.
Okay.
On the front page of the Daily Graphic newspaper, President Mahama cuts sword for multiple airport projects. That story is on page 13 of the newspaper. I would fight Galamsey environmental crimes. Dr. Zaneto Agyemang Rollins. Prosby, thank you for the pronunciation. I appreciate that. Zaneto. You know, she was my senior in school. Yeah, when she was in JSS, I was in primary thereabouts. Charlie, no,
But Kwame, it was evident yesterday.
I have a whole story on here. If I start, you let me go through this, and then maybe when we're discussing the stories proper, I'll get into that. GCB Bank ranks top 4 industry metrics. The full story is on page 13. Property rates can yield 20 billion yearly, according to the Minister for Local Government's chief dribbler. Mahama Yarga is on the front page of the paper. Chief dribbler on the front page of the paper. On the front page of the Daily Guide newspaper, John Boadu files MPP national chairmanship nomination. Everybody says they'll win, so we'll see. New excise law threatens 80,000 farmers, 5,000 jobs, analysts warn. Appointment committee okays 3 Supreme Court nominees. Their photos are here. You have Exim Bank fraud. Wontumi plea deal fails. Trial to proceed. SML GRE scandal. OSP gets more time to serve Furiata. To the front page of the News Center newspaper, rejecting MTS 20 million Ghana cedi for returnees not justified. Full stories on page 6. Supreme Court trial cleared despite minority boycott. The full stories on page 10. Boadu files MPP chair bid, questions 24-hour economy. And gold losses, 90% is exchange rate valuation according to the IEA. And Galamsey has been normalized. Presby moderator, Catholic bishops express outrage. Yeah, is that an avenue for jobs? On the front page of the Chronicle newspaper, Osahin, epitome of honesty. Mahama Ayariga eulogizes minority leader. Some too are saying it is a shade for Sami Jemfi. I don't know what that means. That one do fight among themselves. AFAC demands forensic audits of gold board. Hey, it's been a long time ahead of AFAC. Another on Preg Girls, Zaneto on plastic waste, climate finance, also here. To the front page of the Metro Lens newspaper, Ayariga praises Apenyo. He is a paragon of honesty, fortitude, and integrity. Gold board's 1.7 billion loss is not all real money loss. Loss is a loss. Another on Preg Girls, Agyemang Rollins over mercury, plastic waste, and climate change. All of that here. Let me do the Business and Financial Times. Raise large miners mandatory gold sales for gold board to 50%, according to IEA. And OSP pushes lifestyle audits and unexplained wealth. Krumha, BBNC. Chia Krumha. The wealth people have vis-a-vis their earnings, like they will be rotting in jail by now, but nobody cares. Tourism Authority partners Africa's Brain Bank for Medical City groundbreaking. And BOG targets faster policy response here as well. Let me quickly do the New Crusading Guide newspaper. 1.7 billion gold loss claim doesn't add up, according to the IEA. And armed soldiers attack mining sites with orders from above. I'm saying, Eddie, and they will never stop. Also on the front page of the paper, you have other stories in here as well. Apenyo Markin is paragon of honesty, and it goes on and on and on. Let me wrap up with a Searchlight newspaper and then touch base with the online portals as well. Probe gold board over alleged 78.6 million expenditure. AFAC demands. A minority walks out over rushed vetting of Supreme Court nominees. Stay and build Ghana's economy. Kwame Nim urges Ghanaian youth. Stay here and do what? Jobs no deal. Parliament approves 3 Supreme Court nominees. On the Class FM online portal, Wontumi Exim Bank trial set to begin as court orders prosecution to file disclosures within 14 days. Minority rejects vetting of 3 Supreme Court nominees. Bahamas sets 1 billion Boku revitalization plan in motion. Ghana ranks 4th in cocoa bean exports to Europe, but value still flows elsewhere. Don't give this business to a black man, else we will do galamsey. Takwa balls as youth in white demand Goldfields lease renewal. Today it's okay for BOG to make losses, but under Kufuor it was criminal. The Japan Mesa descries alleged NDC double standards. Mahama ascends to 10 bills, giving legal effect to new governance and economic measures. That's also here. And government must disclose full cost of evacuating Ghanaians from South Africa. Minority files RTI request. The other stories in the world of business, sports, and entertainment. So make your way to the Class FM online portal and get to read extensively on these stories. Doc, can we get into the stories proper?
Yes, Kwame. So I have the catalyst here. Yesterday there was an event at around the airport area where Mr. President had to attend. There was a short cutting that was happening there. I'm told it has to do with some car park, a 7-story airport car park over there. So this is reported by Abena Darko for the Catalyst newspaper. It says the President John Dramani Mahama has cut short for the construction of 7-story multi-purpose car park and commercial complex at Terminal 3 of the Accra International Airport as part of its efforts to expand airport infrastructure and strengthen Ghana's position as a competitive aviation hub in Africa. The projects, which will provide approximately 2,030 covered parking bays, will also incorporate commercial, entertainment, and hospitality facilities, creating additional services for passengers and other airport users. It goes on and on to say that the president said the investment formed part of the government's broader strategy to transform the airport from merely a gateway for passengers into a preferred destination and convenient transit point within the region. He said rising passenger traffic had made the expansion of supporting infrastructure increasingly necessary. Passenger traffic at the airport, according to the president, increased from 1.8 million in 2022 to 2.5 million in 2025, placing additional pressure on the existing facilities and underscoring the need for continued investment. Kwame goes on and on and on, and here, no direct government funding. President Mahama has also disclosed that a number of ongoing airport infrastructure projects were being financed entirely from the balance sheet of the Ghana Civil Aviation and the Ghana Airports Company Limited without direct government funding. So the projects include the construction of a new GCAA control tower, refurbishment of the Terminal 2, the transfer of concourse linking Terminal 2 and 3, and the new parking and commercial development at Terminal 3. The financing arrangement, he said, demonstrated the capacity of Ghana's aviation institutions to undertake major infrastructure investments through their own resources. So, Kwame, I think this is a good one. The construction of this ultra-modern 7-story airport car park. We are told, like Mr. President said, there will be some hospitality stuffs in there. Some hotel B and stuff like that. But actually, 2030.
Looks like a very beautiful architecture put together.
Yes.
And all that they want to see there. I mean, these are things you would see at very modern airports.
Exactly.
These days. It's not just about planes landing and planes taking off. These days, they have incorporated hotels, fun parks. People are literally turning their airports into mini cities now. You can go there and sometimes you don't even want to leave because everything is there. And of course, if the airport is also a very busy one, then all the better. Because sometimes when you go to some places and you get to Kotoka,
Kwame, Kotoka in the sub-region where we find ourselves there.
In the sub-region,
But we can only compare ourselves with our peers.
Yeah, of course.
You can't go and compare yourself with any.
Because I've been to a fair number of airports in the West African sub-region, and you've got to say Kotoka is up there. Very much up there. In my mind, I mean, if I'm starting from Nigeria, I mean, even Nigeria, I mean, for who they are and for their clouds,
Yes.
Abuja and Lagos, in Chile should be as for who they are and their clouds, Abuja and Lagos. Benin, what they have done is that over the years they have revamped the airports. So depending on who has been the leader in the last 10 years, his name was Talon. I think that was the name of the president. He's changed a lot of things at the airport.
Okay.
But it's relatively small. If you go to Togo too, the Chinese have come in. The Nyasingbe Yadema airport until about 10 years ago was just like a container. But in the last few years, I've used the airports. They've contracted the Chinese who have come to change a lot of things at the airport. There's also another relatively small airport. Abidjan is cool. It's very nice. Lungi Airport in Sierra Leone is a very strange one. The airport itself is on an island. So when you get to Lungi Airport, then you take, after you check out, then you go on a boat, and the boat will bring you inland. I don't know. I don't know the idea behind the construction of the airport. Now they want to build.
Sierra Leone?
Yes. Now they want to build, and it's been like that since. It's a very small airport, but the plane would fly you to Lungi Airport on the island, and you would see the sea as you are going to land. And then when you get there, they'll unload your baggage on a mini boat, a small boat of a sort, and then it will bring you to the land. Which is weird.
Wow.
Very, very weird. I don't know. But I've read that in recent times they want to build something. That country has always been unstable.
Yes.
Wars,
Yes.
it's sad. Yes. But some too, hey, levels so more. Especially the North Africans, levels warm. The one they as for the one at Addis Ababa, every now and then they even want to build a new one there.
Okay.
JKIA in Nairobi, that one to level the inside. The one in Tanzania,
I'm told the one at Kigali is also not bad at all.
Yeah, and they are even trying to build a new one. The Qataris are building another new hub altogether with Qatar Airlines. It's about another 40 or 45 kilometers from the international airport in Kigali, So we are upgrading. It's just that when you go outside Africa and you come here, then you see that one is like a kiosk and one is like a mall.
Charlie,
difference.
If you see the Beijing airport like that, hey,
it's a city.
It's the whole city on its own, Kwame.
You know, when you get opportunity to travel to some of these countries and you get to the airports,
but Kwame, yes, monkeys play by their side.
I tell you, someone like cities.
Hi.
Someone like cities, some too.
It's serious.
Maybe one day we'll get there. One day we'll get there. It's just that by the time we get there, they would have gone.
Yes. Anyway, so Kwame, now, okay, so let me get into this particular paper. The informal newspaper is here. Galamsey now youth employment, and this is not coming from us. It's coming from the Catholic bishops during their the press held, I think, yesterday or so. So the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference has raised alarm over the growing normalization of illegal mining, warning that Galamsey is increasingly being institutionalized as a source of employment for Ghana's youth, despite its devastating environmental and social consequences. The conference said the development was particularly worrying because some political leaders and traditional authorities who should be leading the fight against illegal mining are allegedly becoming involved in the practice. President of the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference, Most Reverend Matthew Jemfi, made the disclosure during an engagement with Parliament's Committee on Chieftaincy, Culture and Religious Affairs. He expressed concern that illegal mining continues to expand despite repeated government interventions and public campaigns against the practice. And this is a quote: "Illegal mining is still ongoing. Unfortunately, sadly, dangerously," the man of God remarked. So Most Reverend Jemfi linked the persistence of Galamsey to the challenge of youth unemployment, warning that the lack of viable economic opportunities was increasingly being used to justify the activities that are destroying destroying Ghana's natural resources. So it goes on and on and on, Kwame. Now it appears that it is even formalized as a way of giving employment to the people, he said. The Catholic Bishops' Conference also alleged that some chiefs, politicians, members of parliament, and MCs are involved in illegal mining despite their responsibility to help protect the environment and enforce measures against the practice. So, Kwame, this is what the Catholic Bishop Conference is saying when they met the Parliament's Committee of Chieftaincy, Culture, and Religious Affairs. And so, yes, that is it. Galamsey in 70 it be like we self retire. Oh, you are not tired,
like that. I don't know.
You don't know whether you are tired.
Because I don't get the impression that we are winning. I mean, the job day grounds. And when you go to the grounds, you see what you want to see. Unless you want to go there and you want to play the ostrich, then it's up to you. But if you go to the grounds, like this man who just entered, went to his hometown in, I can't say, Achimiri, and he showed us all the pictures from there. The evidence was there for all to see. Galamsey no cost of life. So if you tell me you are still dealing with that threats there, it's on to you. That's all I can say. It's on to you.
Kind of thing. Charlie, it's some way. Me, I don't know. The other can will continue to encourage governments to
do more. And you see, this is coming from I think the head of the Presby Church. Presby is one church that there's a catechism here. They have branches everywhere. And one of the things that the moderator of the Presbyterian Church will do is that every now and then he goes on pastoral visits. So he goes to a lot of towns and villages. There are some people who sit in Accra, they don't go anywhere. So when we are making noise about these things, they sometimes think that we are overflogging it. But when he travels, he sees. And the moderator, from what I know, he moves by road a lot. So he's moving from town to town where Presby churches are. And in one community, you can have branch A, branch B, branch C. Exactly. In my small area, there are about 3 or 4 Presby branches there. So they move around a lot.
Exactly.
So if he is making a statement like this, he knows what he's saying.
Exactly so. He knows
what he's saying.
Exactly.
He's not just talking.
No.
But I'm sure there will be some who might even go for his head because of he making this comment.
Exactly. But truth is always here. Truth is one.
Truth is always one. The evidence is there. The job day grounds. Everybody sees it. So if you alone, you go and you say you are not seeing anything, it's on to you.
Yeah. But Kwame, the Inquisitor has a story here, which most Ghanaians yesterday, in fact, when that matter came up, it actually came up during the vetting of the Honorable Ayariga, when he remarked on the cathedral. Kwame, social media was buzzing. I'm up for say, share, master.
Don't go there.
Hey, cathedral. You are going to talk about cathedral at this time. That okay, so let me get into the paper. The National Cathedral was a good idea, but badly executed. Mahama Yariga. And this is what the Ghanaian Point brought. Now, if you go to the Inquisitor, he says National Cathedral is a wonderful idea, but was badly implemented. And so it's a good idea, and it's a wonderful idea. This is what the papers reported to us yesterday. So let me do the story in the Inquisitor newspaper. So the Minister Designate for Local Government, Chieftaincy, Religious Affairs, Mahama Yariga, has described the idea of constructing a national cathedral for Ghana's Christian community as a wonderful initiative, although he believes the project was poorly implemented. Appearing before Parliament's Appointments Committee on Thursday, August 27, Mahama Yariga said there was nothing inherently wrong with the state having a national place for worship for Christians. I don't think there's anything wrong with the idea, but I think it was a good idea that was badly implemented. Unquote, Mahama Yariga. And Kwame, when he said this, I decided to check on social media. Hey,
They were giving it to him,
I tell you.
Well, to a large extent, I may want to side with him, and this is why. This is my personal opinion. There's nothing wrong with having an edifice like that, with all the positives that it comes with, including being a tourist, site and destination and all of that. But the timing for me was problematic. At the time where we wanted to sink that kind of money, from what we are told, now we don't even know the price. We don't even know how much we have spent. At the time we're sinking in that money, like that old Panther condom advert, we had too many cows to feed. We had too many cows to feed. We just had, at the time.
Which one is that? Panther condom.
Yeah, there was this old Panther condom advert, and the guy said, "We have too many cows to feed," as in they have too many problems. We have too many issues on our plates. If, for example, the Americans choose to take 100 million, 200 million, 300 million, almost as much. They can even spend 1 billion. They have the money. Even that one over there, they would argue over it, but they have the money. Not you, who go and beg for 20 Ghana, 30 Ghana. Every now and then, you go and beg for 10 million, 20 million, 30 million. And then, of all the things that you can possibly do, at that time, you wanted to do a cathedral. For me, it was a no.
You see, I have heard arguments, and my understanding of this whole cathedral business is that it was someone's personal arrangement or conviction that if God helps him to become a president, he was going to build a cathedral.
With whose money?
So it was later he realized that, maybe he could pitch the idea to Ghanaians. So in the real scheme of things, I don't think that Ghanaians or there was any interest really, but the ordinary Ghanaian that at this time or at any other time will need a cathedral.
Not at all. Not at all. And you see, there would have been better or clever ways. Yes, it's your dream, it's your personal dream or ambition or whatever. No problem. But when he told us that we're not going to be spending a dime of government funds, and then later on we saw documentation coming from his nephew's office, then you don't start a foundation of God on a lie. You told us that you are not going to be spending one dime of government's funds on the project. Then there was documentation all over the place. You are spending 20 million, 30 million, 2 million, 5 million here. And then we are Kwame Dwomoh-Agyemang and Yaopoku and all of those things. Charlie, you don't start.
I cannot draw at the end of 5 million.
You don't start. There were too many red flags, Ajayi. There were too many red flags. Something you're doing for God has all of these red flags. Come on.
Hey, like you said, I agree with the majority. Now he's the minister for local governments.
Mama Yaga.
I think it's a good idea. There's nothing wrong in constructing
and leader of dribbling affairs,
especially when you have the other
religion.
It has a restaurant, it has a conference hall. The other things it comes with. There's nothing wrong with that. But Mama Yaga talks about the breaking down of other houses of, I think for the judges.
Yes.
Breaking the judges' homes and all that is something that he didn't like. Personal promise, you can make your personal promise. You can solicit for funds, even though it's your personal promise to God. But when it comes to now, finance ministry would have to release monies to construct a personal promise to God. Then it becomes a problem. So in the context, or in the phrase that he made, that is a good idea, but it was badly executed. I think it's well explanatory.
It's not sitting well with the people. If you go on social media,
of course, everybody has an opinion on these.
Maybe they listen to him. Politically, because they feel that a different government started it, a different government agenda. So why would you want to praise that agenda? But we shouldn't look at it with a political lens. People who are bastardizing him, criticizing him, are looking at the picture with political lens. But if you look at, there's nothing wrong with building National Cathedral.
So what do you think? So in the scheme of things now, now that the Christendom itself, I don't know why they don't even want to take up this, like the Christian.
Nobody would want to invest on a project that has too many red flags. If, for example, my church, led by Reverend Wengam, comes to announce that Assemblies of God, we should raise money to complete the cathedral, he will hear from us.
Why?
Why? Have we forced anybody to start a cathedral? Have we forced anyone?
You did not force, but you like the idea.
See, context is everything. I like the idea, but the premise has to be right.
What is the premise?
How you start? You don't get a project to this point. At this point, if we want to continue and finish per the original plan, we would need more millions of dollars. Our members, we have too many cows to face for us to raise money as Assemblies of God to go and complete the cathedral. Like, he will hear from us.
The problem,
I'm being very honest.
I agree with what Doc is saying. Like, I mean, the Christian fraternity should can come together.
If that idea was sold to them from the beginning.
So this is why I'm coming.
But it's never, better late than never. It can be sold now.
Now the problem now is how to continue, because the establishment of the foundation or the establishment of the project was marred by irregularities. So the Presby Church, for instance, is building an ultramodern facility at Kuntusi. The Assemblies of God, I know by 2031, you should also finish your projects, right? I think I forgot the name of the project. Then, so ICDC, for instance, ICDC also, they do have their own at where the Christ Temple is.
The Tribble area there.
Teshi Road. Oil Dome, San Francisco is also built. So look at now, every church is trying to construct its own ultramodern facility. But if these churches, or if the President Akufo-Addo then has spoken with the leadership of these churches, that look, I made a personal promise, but I think that it goes beyond my imagination. So look, let's come together and construct it. I am sure that the churches would have come together to help.
But the churches did contribution.
No, good.
You remember
they did contribution.
Papa, Archbishop Duncan Williams and some group of.
Why did all of them leave that same board at some point? If they were okay with how things were proceeding.
They were tired because of the irregularities, the infractions,
they won't come out to speak.
Corruption involved.
Yes, so pray and sanctify the place and get the job done. So Kwame, you are sitting down.
You cannot sanctify corruption. The people themselves have the people have a motive that look, you poor minor faso. How do you pray? And it's a waste of time.
So you can't pray for a corrupted soul. Is that what you are saying? What can't our Lord do? What can't our Lord do?
The Lord can do everything.
But
God is also a proper and just God.
So, Doc, for instance, let's say you like to drink. God can change.
Please, I don't like to drink.
No, you drink only Coke.
Yes.
If I tea and biscuit. Let's say you love to drink, but I want to change you.
Yes.
From drinking. No matter the prayer, if you why you say God can't do anything to you.
No. If you say that, then you are belittling the power of God.
No.
Who was Saul? Who became Paul? Who was Saul? Who became Paul?
But context matters.
Yes, in the same context.
Context matters.
At the time he became Paul, what was he even going? What was he doing on his way to where?
Fantastic.
And to do what?
He was look. He was met with an.
Don't bring my Bible instincts, my brother. This morning,
Saul was met by. He was struck. Please help me with the
Bible.
Also for explain.
Uncle Sunday school.
Also for explain.
Sunday school.
He was struck at a point, and with a clear conviction that, look, this is something that maybe Lord wants to speak with me. Right? Now, in your case, if you don't have the conviction that God wants to change my path, you cannot be changed. Change begins with an individual.
I understand, but I'm saying that. So these corrupted people you are talking about, you think that by this time they've not changed, they've not regretted.
But the people we say, are part of the corruption. Some were pastors.
Of course.
Some are pastors.
It doesn't matter.
The pastors change. The pastors have 2 names with 2 Ghana cards.
Yeah.
But he prays.
Of course. But it doesn't mean that he cannot be prayed for.
Oh, of course.
Yes. So I'm saying that
The watchman who is being watched by a different watchman is not ready to be watched. How then you protect that?
But seriously,
How then you protect
Christian Drum would have to take this matter up. I do not subscribe to the fact that the state.
Where are we on the project, right? Where are we? Because now it looks like the last time I drove past there, it looks like nothing is happening there.
Nothing, absolutely nothing.
Now it's like there's nothing happening there.
Yes, President Mahama has also decided that. He said Christian Drum would have to sit and do something about it because Ghanaians will not forgive him if they get to know that
there's no money for the project.
He's sinking some state funds into it again. Already, the forensic audit by Deloitte is up. You see, the state, we've not heard anything.
No.
I'm sure people have been implicated in there, and if Bano critical amount for so Kwame, I'm saying that there's this chief who said no cooking, no boiling. I mean, Christendom would have to find a way of meeting government and saying that
you want to take it up.
Yes, you want to take it up.
See,
and then
who among the Christendom she meets the president?
Oh, Papa. Let's say Papa. Reverend Kwanche Ankra.
They all left. They were there. They left.
Yes, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So now there's a new face. Come. They can. These people. I'm saying that if these people decide to, it's like Captain Planet. If they decide to put or let our powers combine, my brother, you think that this cannot be done? And Papa is here.
Maybe they've not thought about it.
What's his name? Lighthouse Chapel. Dr. Jackie Ward Mills is here.
They were all there.
All of these big men of God.
Now
they Rojamu
chairman.
This one Ateshi.
Someone they somehow might or will claim ownership of the cathedral. Because one might say that Bisika do say the coup.
So they'll discuss all those modalities.
How we come and claim ownership? But let's see. If Action Chapel has look at their edifice, how can you come and claim ownership later in the future that cathedral near Yawodia?
No, I'm sure KOG is looking at it from the point of how much these churches may probably contribute to put the facility.
It doesn't matter, Kwame. The state has already sunk over 90 million into this thing, and Kusifi is still at the foundation level. So if Christendom is minded, and they decide that this thing the government was trying to support us have some of this edifice or have this edifice, but unfortunately, with our own behavior and our own actions, we've not been able to get anywhere, and so we have come together as a family to get a job done, and they get it done. Who will come and claim ownership? I don't think that anybody will have that capacity, will have that interest in coming to claim ownership, because most of these churches and most of these people that will sit to even administer or find a possible roadmap to the completion of this will have no interest, because all of them have big facilities.
Okay.
Like the oil dome, like the Perez dome, and all those domes.
This is all conjecturing. So yes, we'll see what happens in the future.
Yes,
Guys, any other stories quickly?
Kwame, then the vetting. The papers have also reported about the vetting. Yes. So as it is now, we know that Dr. Zaneto Rollins is now the minister.
That's right.
For environment and whatever, sciences and then the Honorable Ayariga is also the minister
for local government.
And then the 3 justices of the Supreme Court. I think Justice.
How many justices do we have now?
Right now, we should be having like 20 something. And because you see, that is what even brought the confusion at the vetting yesterday. But seriously, Kwame, I think that we need to make an emphatic statement on the behavior of the vetting committee panel. Yes, we can make specific assertions to certain individuals, but at the end of the day, it comes back to the entire committee, which is chaired by the first deputy speaker. Yesterday, what happened over there, I don't think that it is proper, and it is also because what has happened to that report when they were breaking chairs and destroying state property at the vetting committee level. We've not heard anything.
The photocopy machine.
And Mr. Speaker, with all due respect, should revisit that report, and whatever is in there should be meted out.
Nobody washes their dirty linen in public. They don't put it out.
Because other than that, we are not getting anywhere, Kwame. We are not getting anywhere because, Kwame, just imagine the whole world is watching. Supreme Court judges nominees are seated before you, shouting everywhere. Shout everywhere.
Democracy.
No. Even if you disagree with the posturing of the chairman, it doesn't warrant shouting. It doesn't warrant shouting.
You are a lot familiar with the space, so maybe help me. What I am told is that before anybody comes before the committee, all the people on the committee, if they are available, they even meet before.
Yes.
They discuss, they even plot the questions. They have I don't
know
what they
arrange.
How many people ask questions? Because me, I have my own issues with how we do vetting in this country. I have my own that question that
good night.
Good night. We will see you tomorrow. What will you do to shape? I think we've gone past that, and I feel like we should elevate the conversations a bit, especially when it comes to questions and all of it. That's my personal opinion. What I saw yesterday, I'm not surprised like that. Because because of what I do out of here, I follow a lot of these things in other countries as well. There are even worse ones than this one, because people would want to push through their thoughts, their views, and all of that. The only thing is that it is also fairly moderated. So, for example, if you see in the States, for example, they call it confirmation hearings. A justice of the Supreme Court. Here we do it 30 minutes and then we are done. 40 minutes and then we are done. This is somebody who is going to be taking decisions that would affect the lives of so many people. I remember this one very well. There was a case involving a nominee. He's still a member of the U.S. Supreme Court. His name was Justice Kavanaugh.
Okay.
His vetting alone was over 4 days, spread over 36 hours. Every day was 9 hours. And there were members of the U.S. Senate Committee, there are 21 of them, asking you, everybody has 30 minutes. And that is first round. And in those, because over there, it is a lifetime appointment. Unless you die or you retire or you are involved in a scandal before you leave. There is no age. So they are very particular about who they are putting there. Never mind the person being nominated by either someone from the Republican Party or someone from the Democratic Party being in office. But they'll even go and dig. I don't even remember hearing in my lifetime when Supreme Court judges have been nominated. I don't even remember hearing one of them mentioning, I'm not saying that is how they should do it, it's not by force, that in 1985, you sat on this case as a tribunal court judge and you ruled in this way or this way, and that affected this
Yeah.
Why did you go in that direction, and how? I don't see anything. It's just like the general things. What do you think we should change about this law? I think for a Supreme Court judge, we can do far better.
Yeah.
And also, in those jurisdictions as well, when it comes to something like the Supreme Court, it is the Senate's legislation, like as in, it is full of lawyers. So here, what is the name of that committee? Legal and Constitutional.
Yeah.
Is the people on that committee who know the law, who will sit, and then they have only one.
Yes,
and
I'm not cutting you,
Yeah.
but now that is what the standing order says. I mean, if an appointee appears before the committee, the vetting committee as a whole, there are some specific committee interest. So, for example, like you are saying, the justices of the Supreme Court, they are reps from the Legal and Constitution Committee in Parliament who have a seat on the vetting panel to also vet them. Like you're saying, it's not like the entire Legal and Constitutional Committee.
When is that starting? Has it started already?
Oh yes, the new standing. Oh, it has started.
Okay.
So in this President Mohammed's appointees, when they appear, the first batch, like I mean, when the government changed and President Mohammed brought his nomination, there was always somebody. So for example, Zenato, environment, there was always somebody from Environment Committee in Parliament sitting on the panel and asking the hard questions, and those are the people who are rather asking because of course, if the person doesn't have an environment background or doesn't understand the space, it will be very difficult to ask the relevant questions. We'll end up saying good night at the end of the
But we start some 2x4 questions.
But Kwame, my issue is that the vetting committee ought to be taken serious. I mean, they have to be serious themselves. I know they are serious people, but they need to up their game in all fronts. For me, it was appalling when a nominee Supreme Court judge is sitting before you and there's banter, shouting, banging of tables, and what is this? And I realized that the Chief Justice himself, who was there to support the nominees, was embarrassed. He felt very embarrassed. I saw, Sir Dennis, one of our astute Supreme Court judges. Judge, one of very, very, very. When you read his rulings, Kwame, you love it. Deep in thought and deep in reasoning. They were all sitting there and very, very outraged, so to speak. Like, we were asking themselves, I'm sure they were asking, what is happening here? Eventually, all of these nominees were vetted and approved yesterday.
Minus the minority.
You understand? And I don't think that it's a good spectacle. Yes, your case is that none of the Supreme Court justices now is off the seat. Yes, you acknowledge that people will be going on retirement by close of this year. Some will be going some in November and December and all that. And so now that it is not yet, they've not left yet, you don't understand why the president would have to nominate 3 more to be there. And so that is your beef, and you don't understand the haste in it. And that the fact that even prior to the vetting, you had an agreement with the clerk to the committee and that of the chairman of the committee that you were going to vet these people in November. These were the claims that the ranking member put out, which is Afenyomakin put out, that they had a meeting to agree that the vetting of the Supreme Court justices would be done in October, only for them to come and hear that it is going to be done immediately. And that was what was.
So what? They were not informed.
That is his claim. I did not hear the chairman
deny that.
Mm-hmm. You understand? So if indeed that was what it is, then the chairman and the majority side on the committee would also have to be doing certain things in a certain way that you don't necessarily get everybody talking about the vetting committee as not being a ground for serious business.
And based on this information you have given us, before a nominee would appear for vetting, they will need some time to peruse their documents and all of that.
Of course.
So if it is, for want of a better word, if it is hurriedly arranged like that, how do they get anything on the person to ask the right questions?
Exactly. That's why I'm saying that if the narration by the ranking member, Afenyomakin, is anything to go by, then I think that, in all honesty, you may not be fair to them. But they will also, because ordinarily, in this part of our world and this country, as we have seen, the appointees, as presented by any sitting president, normally, its members on the vetting committee do not ask the punching question.
No. They greet.
Yes. So you expect you expect the opposition on the committee to ask those difficult, hard cracking questions, or put the hard questions to the nominee. And so you would want to also give them some and let them be aware of the schedule properly, so that they prepare and come. You understand? But all in all, they've invited, they've been approved, and so I think that moving forward, we should grow out of some of these things. It doesn't help us as a people at all. So,
Okay.
Kwame, that's what we'll say about that. We wish them well, all the nominees, and Kwame, admirably so. Yesterday, Zenato Rollins, Charlie, you go on social media, you see people. I want to have a daughter like her. Hey, Ghana for it. Yeah, but she's an epitome of deep. Wabing. No bro.
Me have experience there. I'll never forget that day. This must be, give or take. So this must be 95, 96, thereabouts. Or probably even earlier than that. I can't really seem to remember. Probably even earlier than that. Speech and prize giving day. That time her mom was first lady and her father was, president. And in those days, we did 12 subjects for BC. In those days, it was 12 subjects for BC. And speech and prize giving day. And the first lady was there. So they do like subject by subjects, and the stage for anyone who remembers that day, the stage at the old assembly hall, when you get to the secondary side of the compound, that's where the primary people used to go and do our speech and prize giving day. So you get there, so you go through one part and then you descend through the other part like that. So she's descending, so like best in maths, and then she goes for the prize. She's descending best in English, so she has to come. Then so she was just doing U10, sir. But she was not in my class. She was my senior like about 3 or 4 years or something like that. So because the prizes, the speech and prizes from class 1 to JSS 3 in those days. So by the time they got to JSS 3, so best in maths, no I don't know. Best in English, best in science, best in Greek, best in. I think she got about 10 or 11 prizes. Yeah. At the point, her mom could. I remember.
And at the time, it was 12 subjects.
12 subjects. I think she got about 10 or 11. And then her mom could not help it. And everybody, she was even in those days. She was like, standing ovation, if I would call it.
Yes.
That. Everybody was applauding, of course. And there was even this very funny talk of
God should give us all Nkwala like that.
Yeah. If your child was as good as
so if you're a parent and you're sitting down and your body 11 times Kwame, what will you do?
I'm sure that the program
you see your father will be watching you like this.
What the class was
who be there go?
And she turned out to be great.
Medical school. It's evident. I mean, this one you cannot say because his father and mother were head of state. That is why his sister man. She has proven it.
No, even in those days, everybody knew in the school that she was that.
I'm told that Wesley girls to Charlie the same thing.
She's very intelligent.
I'm told she's going to resign as the vice president for the African Parliament. Yes.
That was what Mama Pat talked about yesterday. That I mean, it's sad that a woman of a caliber will leave such a.
And I'm even hearing that Koluk Lotte too, she might not go again.
No. I think she should still be the member of parliament. I think she's brought a new face.
I'm hearing she says she's done 3. Is enough.
But she's fairly young. I mean, she's fairly young.
I've seen that. My dog says I shouldn't say it, but I'll say it. My brother at DVLA, he's been doing Sato moves.
Wow.
Doc told me. So Doc in fact gave me a video to watch.
He has been DJing. He was DJing over the weekend.
You two have seen it there. Every it looks like every evening he's in the constituency.
Fine CEO, so I really admire. Like the way he takes life very easy. Any pressure.
No.
Share. So I be DVLA boss, so I can't dance. There's this video I saw when I think they were hiking on the.
I think the part of the Homo.
No. The
walking thing, no.
Quiet. Charlie was giving me the gobe. I'll tell you.
We'll see.
Please, he has not said so.
But even if he wants to, contest.
It's up to him.
We can only pray. Pray for.
And wish him well.
I have a funny feeling she'll be number 2 in the next election.
Who that? Zenato. Oh, Kwame. Kwame. Me. if it
because
happens,
at that time I think she'll be, in my opinion, she'll be very matured.
yes.
2 years from now she'll be 50. She said she was born in 78.
Kwame,
So 50 with all the experience, she can be a solid number
she
2.
is fit for.
Yeah.
She's too fit for purpose.
Yeah.
She's too fit for
Number
purpose.
1, I'm not sure, but number 2, Vim.
Okay.
You know, it is. You see, sometimes they say, those days when you want to become a lawyer, you go for interview. They ask you, do you have
Who's your
any?
father?
Do you have any lawyer in your home?
Yeah.
If you don't have, my friend,
Go and see someone.
go and sit somewhere. I mean, if you have presidency all over you,
Yeah.
Kwame, chances are that you also
Because at least the
become a
names that
president.
we have mentioned as possible leaders of the NDC, I have not seen a name anywhere. That's what I'm saying at this point. Number 2, dear.
Nana Durango Akufo-Addo,
Boss
His
Super.
Excellency, his father was a president.
That's
There was
right.
presidency in their home.
Yes,
After so many years,
of course.
yes,
And
you understand?
KOJ to Assemblyman Grant.
KOJ.
You know, the year this
So
is
also for the
505.
field, obedi so for.
Senior Curtis. No, the TIA, this is 505.
Kwame, but before we
Assemblyman
go,
Grant.
Kwame, let me greet some few individuals.
But Kwame, there's a very 2 revelations here. One in sports, one in health.
Okay.
Accra Sports Stadium is a death trap.
It's
NSA
true.
board chairman.
Charlie.
The sports people.
But this
Stop
one
the
we
Kwame
have,
will not talk about this.
Stop the
no, we have
corruption.
spoken about it, sir.
Stop the
There was a
corruption.
day I had an experience. This over a year. I personally went to
Sure.
some very
What's that?
influential
You
people.
people
and told
shouldn't-
them. You remember Pastor Isaac?
Uh-huh.
He came to hold the program at the stadium.
The
There's
NS
one
Mama.
side of the stadium where the scoreboard is. The place was shaking. I was there that day. Not somebody said. I was there. The thing was shaking. I said, stop people from. So even in one of the Black Stars matches, I can't remember that. That whole section was off. If you remember, one of the Black Stars qualifying matches,
Kwame.
they didn't allow anybody to sit
Kwame.
there. Then the next thing I saw, they have started allowing people to sit there again.
Kwame.
Here we want something to happen
what
before
did that
we will
say?
collect our
Yeah,
eyes.
yeah.
But why do
Conquer,
you
right?
give your stadium, that part of your stadium, to religious people to
No,
go
that
and-
that
because when they are praying, they are hitting the ground.
That's right. So
What
the
would
thing
the
was
pre-
shaking. So quickly, I remember that day very well. I called 1 or 2 senior officials and I was like, is it me or... Then the person admitted, yes. So from that day, I noticed that...
The person works at NSA.
Yes. They cordoned off that place. The next moment, they allowed people to go there. But you had
No,
a buegu.
it's a bad picture. So
stop
our very
these things.
old my brother what's his name?
yeah,
Yapo
Ampofo.
Wankra. Please, let's not do politics with Accra Sports Stadium. We should deal with this matter as soon as possible because when anything happens, no, I mean this is unacceptable.
And it's a stadium. So you can imagine, God forbid, if anything goes wrong.
And if you don't fix it, something bad will happen. Listen, we are not praying for doom. But if you don't fix
The
something
thing is
bad will
that
happen.
that same stadium, it was built only 20 years. No, was it for count 2000?
Yeah,
So
2008.
it's not
it was
even up to
refurbished,
20
yeah.
years. So. In the last 18 years, we have refurbished that stadium
Plenty. Chopping
2
money.
billion times. A month with DC Casa. So when these issues come up, then they are uncomfortable. Because how is it that one facility within only 18 years you have refurbished and refurbished and refurbished, but still
What has come of your Sipon?
We'll deal with this matter. Kwame, by next week, we
yeah.
need to get answers
Yeah,
from
Tombo
from
Fluto.
national. Kwame, if you go to Malawi, DNA test in Malawi revealed that 80% of men are not biological fathers.
I can't.
I think we need this survey in Ghana.
It's as if you discuss it in this country, they are saying about.
Nice. 80%.
We beg.
A whooping 80%.
80%. Kwame, imagine this is Ghana.
Every now and then we hear these stories in Ghana.
Charlie,
True or not, only God knows. They say there is only the woman who knows.
Who's the father of the child?
Yeah.
How is it that it's only the woman who knows the father of the child?
Me.
How?
Till this day. My father died in 2007. Till this day. I meet my father's friends. And they tell me, picture no lie. Papa dudu. Like, I met one about a month ago. The person said, now I walk like my father. I talk like my father. I act like my father. I look like my father. Why? Am I the only?
So,
and then we had a
one
laugh.
no, Kwame, you know,
There are some too.
you can look like your father, but it happened in Kumasi.
How?
Kwame,
Maybe your father was visiting the pregnant woman.
they took the station, they took the matter to the radio station. The woman says that if you look at the child, Kwame, photocopy. Kwame, send a prana phone, the new photocopy, skeleton, photocopy. But the DNA proved that the man is not a biological father.
Hey. Okay, did they do it just once? So normally in instances like that, I know you go and for the benefit of the doubt, you go and do 2 or 3.
2 results. And now they were tempted to go for the 3rd one.
Hey.
So those of us that are children resemble as it is.
It's not a given.
It's not a given.
Are you?
So look at your father, but we will never Charlie. Maybe your father is.
You know, I saw a newspaper publication last week where a man and a couple they are dark, like dark skin.
And the child is white.
No,
the child is white. I saw it last week. And they said
the medical DNA has proven that the man is the father. Hey.
So where from the whites?
Where from the white? Yeah, where from the white?
How will I know? Or like
no, Kwame, this one we need some of
like
these.
Like KOJ Madam, and then they give birth to a Chinese.
We have,
and the DNA is saying it is KOJ. His family people.
So you don't understand.
We have to do about 5 countries. We go to America, we go to UK, we go to South Africa.
No, even his family people.
I
Say,
mean,
the thing was not making sense to me up to the, and it's still not making sense to me. Then when I saw the publication, I said, so like, what happened?
What would
is
maybe
it
one of the things we probably have to discuss? What would make you decide that you want to go and do a DNA test? Because I think it's you need a lot of him to go and do something like that. Like you've been with a child, you know he's your son or your daughter, then something would make you decide I want to go and check.
Suspicions.
Because maybe behavior.
No, what do you want to see? What do you want to see?
No suspicions.
Okay.
So like Doc said,
what suspicion?
That behavior of the child is
we can't find it to anything in the family.
Who will give the Abraham? They're like, not going to free.
You can give, maybe you have you're a very calm person. Your wife is calm disposition. The man himself on penny who has on pekaza. Then you go and give birth to this one that is all over the place.
KJ says you go and give birth to a brony. Waka.
Go and give birth to.
So this revelation is a very serious one. And the report says that a lot of fathers.
So 70 years ago, they were not doing DNA. They were fine.
Yeah.
Whatever you see, take it like that. Your wife says it's your child.
Take it like that.
Your wife says it's your son or your daughter. Period. Take it like that.
80%.
Don't go and do any investigation.
So
after taking care of the child for 15 years, 20 years, now you want to see something. Now you have seen it. Now what it is telling you that it's not. So what will you do then?
Charlie, me wallahi.
Malawi is an African country. It's close to Ghana. There are possibilities that
that is my thing. You have taken care of the child 20 years, 30. Now you want to go and see. Now you have seen it.
But you have to be sure.
Now they are adding. You want to be sure, saying.
No, coming like we were saying.
To do what?
There are some of the cases where you see that you have to immediately call for a DNA because, like I'm saying, some of them, the things they will do, you will see that it is so contrary to everything about you and the woman.
So you want to go and check and do what?
Yes. You give birth to a child at maybe 2 years or 30 or 4 office year or who's over now the
Okay, so you want to go and check and do what? Like you want to do what? Okay, so
that's what I say.
And then you find out what you want to do. So you started the corruption early. So what would you do? So when you find out, what would you do? Because I've heard stories of people using all kinds of means to find out, and when they have found out, Charlie, it has even brought more problems.
Exactly. it breaks home.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, I don't know how you survive it as a couple, whether the woman or the man, after it is established that somebody you've been taking care of for so many years. It's not. Hey, Kwame, it's heartbreaking. It is. Pressure.
It happened in this country.
Yes, I mean,
You're very
your very
figure.
own. Yes. And Lamte versus Lamte, that case, Charlie, is serious. When you read
Three, no one. 1, 2, 3. Not one.
So
Not
so
two, three.
so he's married again, right?
Yeah, he married and now
and he has a
3
child
children.
now.
Yeah.
He has 3 children now.
What checky?
Dog, I beg.
Oh no.
I beg.
No.
Dog, I beg.
I want to be plenty, Kwame.
Dog,
Eh.
that's why I beg.
No. That's just a simple question.
Okay, I have seen the 3. The 3.
They look
kids
like
with
him.
Yes, at least the ladies.
But those ones were also looking like him. Those ones they were not looking like him.
No,
And he did. Hey, and
I've seen the other 3 too.
Kwame. But sometimes they will tell you, hey, Ubedi was. It looks like your great grandfather.
No, if we don't end this conversation, dog will put all of us into trouble.
Kwame, so before we go, like I said, let
if we
me
don't
let
end
me
this
greet some
conversation,
people. I beg
dog
you.
will put us in trouble.
Let me greet some people. You know, yesterday, the 64th SRC president of the Ghana School of Law was sworn in. And so let me say a very good morning to and a big congratulations to His Excellency Isaac Elason.
Oh, he was here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that was after the election and he won.
Okay.
He granted an
Hey, all this while they are not being sworn in.
Yes, usually the constitution stipulates a number of days, some number of days.
Oh, but it was a long, it was months now.
That was in May.
The school of law.
Yes.
Why there was a protest somewhere?
No.
Where has O2%?
No, there was no protest. There was no protest at all.
2%.
And there was no protest. But so yesterday
President's
was
grand Jessa.
yeah. But we are masters of our own rules. So a very big congratulations to His Excellency Isaac Elason and His
Excellency.
Now we refer to him as His Excellency Isaac Elason. So good morning to you, Mr. President, and your vice presidents from the various campuses, Accra.
Why do they have the title His Excellency?
Because he's the president.
President of where?
The SRC.
In the school.
Yes.
You want to be called His Excellency?
Yes. That is the
so
designation.
you know it is. I'm asking this because it is becoming like a normal thing. So, the president for the Rashid was president for Nukes, right?
Yes.
Now he's also His Excellency.
Of course. Do you think it's a joke?
No, if you're president of Nukes, should you bear the title His Excellency?
What should you bear?
Your name.
Your name.
What do you mean by your
Period.
name? You think it's a joke?
A joke like what?
National Union of Graduate Students.
So you should be called His Excellency.
Nanga.
No. Let's not normalize.
Oh, normalize what?
His Excellency is saying.
No, normalize what?
Normalize such a title.
Ah.
It is grounded on what? Binded by what?
Grounded and binded by His Excellency.
So let's say President Mama attends a program, right? And Rashid is
he's
there.
also there. They have to introduce them.
Your law school president is there. If they are acknowledging
His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama,
means that
His
three of them will
Excellency
be acknowledged
Lawyer
as His Excellency.
Eliasson.
That is wrong.
But you don't know that when an ambassador is sitting and the sitting president they address both of them as His Excellency.
Yes.
Yes.
But an ambassador is a representative of states.
But the news president
one
is
is
representative of what?
Of a group of students.
Yeah.
And that is what?
No.
And that is what?
That does not warrant the title His Excellency.
Go and change it. Go and change it.
I knew you would come
This
to
one.
this.
There is no law backing this.
Kwame, I am saying this morning. I'm saying that
which law is
I
backing
am
the title His
Today,
Excellency.
today we need to go hunting. Today's title is Glover's 60th birthday. Yeah, he's 60 today.
He wants to be the national organizer.
Yes. He's 60.
60 years.
When I saw it, I was, hey, You see, still
But
already.
he still look
Very, very,
Yeah, I think he's taking care of himself.
If not for his.
Baby, but let me greet. It's as if you don't want me to greet.
Oh, but I thought
I'm
you were
not
done.
free. This is distracting
Nah,
me.
What
I'm
you-
saying that a big congratulations
Okay.
to the president of the Student Representative Council of the Ghana School of Law,
Okay.
His Excellency Isaac Elason. Good morning to you. Let me also say good morning and big congratulations to the Speaker of the SRC Congress of the Ghana School of Law, Miss Janet Yebiyo. Miss Janet Yebiyo, good morning to you. Congratulations as well. And all the Congress men and women who took their oath of office yesterday, big congratulations to all of them, as well as all the vice presidents and all the SRC executives. We wish them well. We pray that God will grant them that mercy and wisdom to be able to govern well, to better the lives of the students on campus.
I mean, today is our very own Bubi Ansan's birthday.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Kwame Bubi Ansan, aka Commander. Today is his birthday. We wish him well. I'm sure today he'll be in the office. Okay, so he's an August born, yes. And yesterday too was Nasaria.
I saw it late last night. Yeah.
Nasaria Abdul Rahman, former newscaster with Class FM. Yesterday was her birthday, and yesterday too was Mensa Thompson's birthday.
Asepa.
Yes, Asepa.
Deputy
Is he still there?
Deputy Director General.
Okay.
Director General for Security and Exchange.
Sec.
Asepa.
We see you all, yeah.
And very soon he will be a lawyer. He will be caught to the bar in October.
Oh, okay.
The Asepa has metamorphosed to sec.
Say he was executive director for ASEP. He
He be appointed by Mr. President as deputy
Look, he was the
to
only person
the honorable.
I say importers and exporters. Only manage our government.
I beg.
No election. Chairman Irene Gomez, good morning to you. So one day, Irene Gomez gets an appointment. Importers and exporters, who will speak for them?
It will tend to ASEPA. Nobody will speak for you.
And talking about the pressure group, this morning I heard you mentioned AFAG, Alliance for Accountable Governance. I'm like,
Where have they been?
where have they been on this one?
They are all.
You want to resurrect your career with good board? Please, stay where you are. Don't resurrect.
I mean, some of them went to the government. Some of them were seeking to be members of parliament. This one, the one who was at Ghana Publishing.
Is it Frimpong or something?
Is it Frimpong?
I think he wanted to be MP at Nkoko also.
No. Is it the former?
Is it Joseph Boatsing or something like that?
No. You know him very well.
Oh, the name is not.
The name is count guy.
Yeah, his name is not coming.
They were all part
He was CEO at Ghana Publishing.
Yes. Samia Wuku and all those guys.
Some grey hair. What's name?
Yes.
Oh, come.
So.
It was the guy. Let's my vote count. They went to whip him. They whip him at circle.
Doc, there's a question for you. Please, why did Doc not address the speaker as Right Honorable, as he has addressed the president as His Excellency?
Oh yes, so that was an unfortunate blunder. She's referred to as Right Honorable Speaker Miss Janet Yeribo.
I am saying that His Excellency
yes.
It is
not scrapped by who?
I don't get into this one.
Scrapped by who?
It is not backed by law.
Okay. Which one is the law?
It's not backed by law.
Which one is the law?
A leader of a group of students should be given a title His Excellency.
But you want to be president of?
Why do you think GTEC is going after people who do not have who are not called?
You should go after this one.
And I'm saying that
what is
a leader of a group of students should not be given a title His Excellency.
Then you have to go and scrap.
On that note,
we will
celebrate some people and go away.
If they are taking pictures, they open their shoulders as if
His Excellency. I'm sure he's walking around campus. Your Excellency.
The
picture of Rashid and how they do. How this was standing very. Then he has raised his shoulders like this.
That is how he stands,
Your Excellency.
That is how he stands.
Your Excellency.
We need to scrap that title.
Don't worry, go and scrap it.
So why are SRC
I'll leave His Excellency to them. Yeah, whatever they want to call themselves is up to them. Happy birthday number 60 to
This is Class 91.3 FM, and this is A Piece of My Mind, which is a segment of the show where I share my thoughts on a subject or more, and also give you an opportunity for you to do same. Remember, you can do this via multiple ways. The WhatsApp number remains same, 0500,000 202, 0500,000 202. Alternatively, you can find us on our socials, Class 913 on Facebook and Class 913 on X. Or you can send us a message on WhatsApp 0500,202, 0500,202. And when the phone lines are activated, you can always give us a call. Today being a Friday as well, would love to hear from you on issues concerning your community as well. So if there's a particular issue with respect to where you do find yourself and you want us to know and amplify it here on this platform, we would be more than happy to do so. This morning, I want to focus on a number of things, and I want to start with a story on the front page of the News Center newspaper. So, if you have a copy of the News Center newspaper, you would see that of the president of the Catholic Bishop Conference and that of the moderator of the Presbyterian Church. So, these are the bosses of the two institutions. Reverend Matthew Jemfi is the president of the Catholic Bishops Conference, and Reverend Dr. Abraham Nana Opare Kwachi is the moderator of the Presbyterian Church here in Ghana. Now, they have expressed outreach at a conversation that we've been having on this platform for a number of weeks now. Galamsey has been normalized. When I saw that story, when I got to work this morning, I was sad. And I was sad for a reason. The men of God would say it right. They would say it as they see it. And this is not something they can hide. I made a comment earlier this morning, and I tried to put that in context. In virtually every major town or village in this country, there's a Catholic church. In virtually every major town or village in this country, there's a Presbyterian church. These are religious institutions that have been around for more than 100 years. The Catholics have been there for as long as I can remember, because my dad was one. The Presbyterians have been here since the days of the Basel missionaries, we are told. So they've been around for some time. I think in recent times I saw the Wesleyan Mission celebrate 190. I don't know how old the Presbyterian Church is in Ghana. So they have branches in every single location. They have local leaders, they have circuit leaders, they have regional leaders, and they have a national leader. Every now and then they get reports on a thing or two that is happening in their communities, and that is passed on to the national level. So when you hear the moderator of the Presbyterian Church speak, when you hear the leader of the Catholic Bishops Conference speak, they are not sitting in Accra and talking. They either have reports or they have experienced it themselves. To make it more worrying, if you've read the details of the story, they go ahead to say that this appears to have now created a job as far as dealing with the unemployment challenge is concerned. Now, this is the conundrum of this whole matter. For that young man who wakes up today, probably has a fair level of education, is looking out for opportunities to make the next big step, and is not finding a job, and is looking at something that we would want to do away with as an opportunity to earn a living. This is very sad indeed. How many times have we not spoken about the challenges of Galamsey here and the issues that it is causing as we speak? Your health and my health is at stake because of the food we are eating and because of the water we are consuming. And we have discussed that on this platform on a number of occasions, haven't we? The level of distraction it is causing. We want to increase our tonnage of cocoa. But if you go to the cocoa growing areas, farmers are even sacrificing their farms for Galamsey. People are meeting these farmers and giving them an offer they cannot refuse. Because if you look at the investment you make on the land, if you look at the materials you'd have to buy, if you look at the equipment you'd have to buy, and sometimes, not all the time, we even have conversations around delays of payments being made to our cocoa farmers. And these Galamseyers are offering you ridiculous amounts of money to have access to your land. You would rather do away with the land and collect the money and go and use it to do something else. Because after all, you also deserve to have a good life. And I'm told that these Galamseyers are offering ridiculous amounts of money to our cocoa farmers in the village. So we can always sit in Accra and tickle ourselves and laugh and create the impression as if we are doing more than enough to deal with the Galamsey threats. These two gentlemen, they are not idiots. Even if they are not getting reports, every now and then, at least, I know that there are pastoral visits. I have friends who are reverend ministers. So they tell me there are pastoral visits. So the moderator or the leader of the church goes from region to region, town to town every now and then to go and have a look at what is happening there. So if the moderator of the Presbyterian Church is going to Central Region, is going to Western Region, Ahafo, Ashanti, Easting, Bono, and all of these areas, he may do some of the trips by road, but he may also do some of the trips by air So whether he's driving by the roadside and getting to see this, or whether he's flying, he would get to see it from the air. And even from the air, he would get a better view, especially if he is traveling during the daytime. So we can sit here and claim that we are making an effort to deal with the threat, when essentially it appears to be getting worse. One of the things I've always struggled to comprehend is that we have leaders at virtually every level. I am not expecting His Excellency the President to go around and be chasing people from the Galamsey sites. But I also do recall that when His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama was then in opposition, he mentioned this whole thing of kingpins. I have not forgotten that. When you go to a Galamsey site today, the young kids you see there, they are not in a position to buy an excavator. They are not in a position to buy a chamfer machine. They are not in a position to afford all the things that we hear NIMOS has been seizing every day. How is it that when all of these things are seized, like the excavators and all of that, it does not at any point in time lead to the arrest of one kingpin? You can say all you want about Chairman Wu to me. Are we saying that he's the only kingpin who is involved in Galamsey in this country? That would be a complete joke. If anyone tells you this and you believe that he's the only one, he's the only kingpin involved in Galamsey in Ghana, that is a complete joke. There are a lot more powerful people who are influencing things at the base, because I can't, under any circumstances, appreciate the fact that you go to a particular community. Galamsey is not something you can do and hide. It is very much in the open. We go to seize forest, the NIMOS team will leave, and then before we know it, there are people back in the forest. We put blue water guards by major river bodies. They are there as we speak. We are paying them. I don't know how much we are paying them, but we pay the blue water guards. Even if it is 2 cities, we are paying them. But people are still mining in the major rivers. People are still mining 2 meters away from the river. Meanwhile, we are told that you're not supposed to be mining 100 meters close to a river. But it is happening here live and colored. And we say we are fighting it. The MC in that particular community where the Galamsey is going on live and colored, like the MCs in the Tiwa, East and West, like the MC who is probably in charge of Enyinem and all of those communities, Osinyo, Abompe and all of those communities over there, they want to tell us that we are blind. We don't see what is happening there. And sadly, this person who has been appointed by the president will not be fired. And we say we are trying to fight Galamsey in his community. The thing is happening live. There are police commanders there. There are national security coordinators there. There are chiefs there. All of them are saying they have not seen this. It is unto us. It is unto us. If all of them say they are not seeing this, it is unto all of us. Now it is becoming an employment avenue. So for the young man who is out of school or who is looking for an opportunity, for the young lady who is out of school and is looking for an opportunity, if we are not convincing them to sign up on the RCOMSDEP program, headed by Siddiq Shehu and his team, how are we then going to deal with it? Because it's now become like a daily bread kind of conversation. If I don't do it, I don't survive. But someone would also fairly argue that the fact that you want to survive doesn't mean you should go and steal. Doesn't mean you should go and rob. Because what the Galamseyers are doing is even worse than that. The only thing they are not doing is to put a gun to our head. That is the only thing they are not doing. What they are doing is mass murder. Killing people in their thousands. Maiming people in their thousands. Only God knows how many people are suffering from whatever disease as a result of consuming water from a certain river body. Only God knows how many people are suffering from whatever disease as a result of the food that we are eating from some of these Galamsey infested areas. I hope we never get to a point where our cocoa is even going to be rejected because of chemicals that will be found in them someday. Because if not for anything at all, I have been told about the relevance of cocoa as far as foreign exchange is concerned for this country. So yes, we are getting the gold out of the soil. We are making money. But at the expense of what? Elsewhere you hear leaders say they would spare no expense in dealing with any threats that is harming the people. That is what you would hear elsewhere. Here, What do we hear? Naimos. Someone says pretending to be working. Security people pretending to be working. Police commander pretending to be working. Regional police commander pretending to be working. Why won't people say you are all pretending to be working? Because if the thing is happening in your community and you are not dealing with it, nobody cares about your effort too. Nobody cares about your efforts. Everybody cares about results. In any organization, effort is not enough. In any serious organization, effort is not enough. It's about results. So when you tell me that you're doing all of these things to deal with the threat and it's only getting worse, then what are you doing? But sadly, like we do here, we politicize everything. So it's become a very nonsensical MPP and NDC battle. As if when you drink the contaminated water and you eat bad food, there's a NDC sickness and MPP sickness. Concert in Kwa. It's a shame what we do to ourselves in the name of politics in this country. So we will make all the noise, whether we're in opposition or whether we're in government, and boast that we are doing A, B, C, D, and E to deal with the threat. Let's continue to tickle ourselves and laugh. Yes, this is Class 91.3 FM. Well, today our phone lines are active, so you can call us. 0302-208080, 0302-208080. Give us a call and share those very strong thoughts and opinions with us. Or you can reach us by WhatsApp on 0500,202, 0500,202. Or you can go to our socials. We're streaming live on Facebook. Give us a comment, give us a like, give us a share. And you can also give us a watch, and we would appreciate that on those platform. Okay, I've got a lot of your messages coming. Okay, someone has given us the name of the Alpha guy, David Kumi. Yeah, David Kumi was a very popular person, running around all over the place with the Alpha thing. Now, I think he wants to be back with this conversation. This one says, Kwame, good morning. I'm never amazed about the comments by the moderator. I watched a video prior to the 2024 general election where an NDC guru was telling youths on Galamsey grounds to vote massively for them, for all the worries and threats from the MPP would end. We know politicians are liars, but the lies of the NDC, especially its leader, is worse. No wonder he quoted some years ago that small lies, small truths. Ghanaians voted for better things, not this bad economy and unemployment on the rise. I'm really disappointed in President Mahama and his party. Logic, you send those one. Okay, Logic, thank you. Big Fredo says, good morning, Kwame. There is no way a soft approach can end Galamsey. Those guys are making as much as about 5 to 8K a week. And you think they can just stop like that? Why are we even pretending we are fighting Galamsey? Until we call a spade and make the most critical decisions, Galamsey will be stuck with us forever. Big Fredo, you send those one. Okay, Big Fredo, I appreciate you sending the message. This one says, good morning, Kwame. An information reached me that a driver with car registration number GN343314 Sprinter bus loaded from a Sherman roundabout to Accra overcharged passengers this morning. Kindly report this to the GPRTU for further action. And you say the name of the Alpha guy is David Kumi. Okay, thank you. So GN343314, and it's a Sprinter bus. Okay, someone has taken note of your number that you are charging unapproved fees. It has gotten to attention. So over to you, staff and officers of GPRTU. Kwame, good morning. Shoot and kill or shoot and kill. Nothing can stop them apart from this option. Do we shoot and kill armed robbers or not? Tony in Walanyo. Well, what they are doing is more than robbery. But sadly, our politicians may not see it those way. Hey Doc, Apetogbo says, if you are referring to the title HE, His or Her Excellency, it is generally not appropriate to use it for the leader of a student group unless the person officially holds a position that carries that honorific title, such as government or diplomatic office. Well, that's the point I was trying to make here, because I remember I tried to get an understanding of this when I was reading international relations at some points, and we had, officers of our diplomatic space teaching us at some point. Okay. This one is coming from Abdul in Tema West. Abdul says, do you realize a day doesn't pass without Galamsey being highly spoken of? We are gradually drowning as a country with these Galamsey activities, but those who have the authority and capacity to end it are watching on because they are neck deep in it. Kwame, until you research, study, and examine the politicians and know who they are and represent and their greedy interests, nothing will change. Was that Ayariga or National Cathedral today? My goodness. How can a personal pledge metamorphose into a national debt when we lacked and still lack basic amenities as a people? This country is sick, and our politicians and ill understood our democracy. Abdul Insansity, you send us one. And Kwame, he goes on to say, Kwame, it means that there should be something more modern and scientifically concrete than the DNA, and it should be soon. Well, I hope we get there at some point. This one is coming from Paul in Dowenya. This assertion of the minority was denied by the Honorable Mahama Ayariga yesterday. They were recalled specifically for the vetting of all 5 nominees because the recall is to last for only 5 days. Paul in Dowenya, you send this one. Okay, I'm sure you're making reference to the comments made by Mahama, the Honorable Dwomoh-Agyemang, that this was supposed to have been something that was to be done in November. Okay. Kwame, the name is Zaneto, not Zenato. Okay. Thank you for the correction. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for the correction. Okay. Meshak in Amasaman. You say, I think the micro minority leader, the Honorable Dwomoh-Agyemang, is being tolerated on the appointment committee too much. Why do they have to allow him to be making unnecessary noise? I have never seen or heard him asking relevant questions before. Every day screaming, shouting, plenty talk with no basis and merit. I will thank the Honorable Bernard Ahiafo for his firmness. He did not allow him to have his way and made his behave like a child, and I was happy for that. Again, let me remind the Honorable Dwomoh-Agyemang that in case he's forgotten, Lawyer Semi Jemfi is on his way slowly to court to provide evidence to end his political career. Okay, I don't know about evidence to end his political career, but maybe you know something that I do not know. So if you know something that I do not know, you can send me your message on WhatsApp number 0500,000 202 0500,000 202. Alternatively, you can reach us on our socials, Class 913 on Facebook and Class 913 on X, and I would appreciate that. Or send us a message on our Facebook handle. We're streaming live there. You can reach us on Class 913. Just look out for us on Facebook, Class 913, and let's take it from there. And if you send your messages, I would appreciate that as well. Teacher Kujo says, how can you inform the minority just 3 days before the vetting? Is it because you have 2/3 of the House and therefore believe you can do whatever you want without regard for fairness or parliamentary convention? Such short notice raises serious concerns about transparency, consultation, and respect for the minority's role in the democratic process. The minority deserves to boycott this process if its legitimate concerns and rights continue to be disregarded. And you say greetings to Dr. Baumia for okay, you have a long list of people you would want to greet. Okay. You can reach us now 0302208080 0302208080. Like I said, today is Friday, so you can attach any challenges with your community to your calls as well. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Kwame. This is Mensa Mataiko. How are you doing?
I'm the one, Mensa. Mensa, go ahead.
Kwame, the galamsey is a very deadly thing as far as our health is concerned, and I want everybody to fight it and fight it head on. There should be more pressure on the executive to end this galamsey because they have what it takes to end it. But Kwame, I have a problem. I have a problem, big problem, and I want you to help me. The problem is this. Galamsey was as deadly as it is today under Mahama as it was under Akufo-Addo. But the Catholic Bishop Conference, oh my God, where have they been? Haven't you seen them at the airports arriving from outside this country? Where the hell have they been? They should shut up. God damn it. Good morning.
Okay, Mensa, I hear you. 0302208080. What I can tell you for free, Mensa, is that they held a mighty presser. They even went on a demonstration. Mensa, I don't know whether you were in town. They went on a demonstration and walked through the principal streets of Accra. As far as Galamsey is concerned, they held a presser at the press center around GIJ. I remember weeks leading to the election, they even published all kinds of reports and all of that. I don't know if you saw anyone. That one I can say for a fact because I was there. I saw them. I experienced them as well. 0302208080. Hello, good morning.
Hi, my brother.
Papa, go ahead.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning.
Yeah, I heard you right. Related to the Galamsey and what the Catholic Bishop pointed out. I won't say much, but just, I'm appealing. Though the NDC government is doing its best to end this thing, but I think our best seems not to be that are appreciative by sections of the society. And government will have to, sit up and eradicate this thing happening. My concern too, again, is about this transport issue. I sent you a text and you read it. The total drivers seems to be sabotaging the NDC government. Paying so much on fares, it is not desirable for a vulnerable society like ours, where salaries aren't able to, reach the end of the month. Then people start borrowing. Government must make sure, especially the transport ministry, to import. They said they have imported, but I don't know. They are yet to bring the rest. They should bring down the rest, spread them around, so that these total drivers